Good morning. Good morning. How we feeling today, huh? How are we feeling today? I am just sharing stream to my socials. Discord, there you are. Let's see. Boop. Let me double check. Announcements. There you are. Yee, we are live. Sorry for the hold up. I had a slow start to today. So, that's pretty much the reason. I just got done eating, like, not even 5 minutes ago. I had to get something on my stomach. Also, let me bring my mic a little bit closer. I might be a little loud. I apologize if I am loud. I'm still learning this new setup with the mic because I have one of those boom arms. So yeah, I have a boom arm for my mic now, and yeah. Oh, there I am. What's this? What's this? I have a new look. Okay, let me get this. You pop it out. Okay, that's a little bit better. Yeah, if you see my eyes look over like this, that means I'm reading chat. Or could you simply not read this? Giving the correct time. The fuck? I haven't played this game in literal months. Last time I played this game, it was for my birthday. Back in May of last year. So it's the correct time. Now I'm curious how accurate. Oh, fuck you. It's like, I set that time like 10 minutes ago. You know, can I just say regardless of the accuracy of the clock, having a great time adjusting these settings. Okay. I feel like I'm learning more about you. It's good to collect data. I wish we had more sliders, but we've gone through all the sliders I have. Perhaps I can invent some new sliders. Gather new data on you. Fun. Also, why did you go back to... I don't know why it does that. Sorry, chat went back to like top chat instead of live chat. I don't know why. I should be ready. Okay. Nah, I guess. So yes, we have played this, like I said, we played this back in May, but the audio was not good. The game audio was way too low. Like, I didn't know that until, like, after stream, which nobody in chat told me during the time. And that was back when I was, like, streaming on Twitch. So, begin game. Do I even remember how...
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And And although others might have considered it soul,
I can't move. Okay.
Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
He was happy. Yay!
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions.
It's a little bit on the loud side, isn't it? Like, even I can see
Never
that.
in all his years at the company had this happened. This
Okay,
complete
that's probably a
isolation.
little bit better so it's
Something
not so
was
loud.
Clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh, so... That is the wrong button. No. Wrong button. Okay, give me one sec. I just realized, expressions. What's going on now? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Minimize that. Sorry about that. Let me turn this back up light, just ever so slightly. But turn it down in my ear. Hopefully you guys can hear the game. Hopefully it's not too loud either.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been
Yeah, I
trained
don't
for
like
that.
making decisions.
No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever.
Yep.
I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do.
Tell me what to
Now
do.
it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Yay! We got the first ending. At least I think that's one of the endings.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement?
Yes.
Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks.
Yes.
Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
I can click all day.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
I can do that. I can do 50. Just clicking on a door.
I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
417, 417, 417. Where are you? 425. Oh, 417. Click, 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 click. You gotta keep clicking.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
4-3. That door is open. It's this way, right?
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now,
Yes.
door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
415. Let's go. Come
Now,
on.
back to door number 437.
437. Let's do this.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine? All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting
go.
somewhere.
Let's go. It was this one, right?
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
Where is 419's? Nope, not that way. 419's desk. Where are you? Come on, come on, come on.
Yes! This
We did
is
it!
great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
416. Where are you? There you are.
We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
Copy machine. Where was it? Was it this way?
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430! Yes!
Woo!
We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
Let's see. Oh. And you. Fuck it.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We're going right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I want to turn off the computers. Can't get in there. Can't get in there.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Give me the coffee. I need
But
coffee.
eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
That was weird.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
I'm pressing the button.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Okay.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What
Which
was
way?
I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Okay. I don't think I've been through this way.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to
So I got fired. There's something corrupt over there.
It's rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Okay. It completely reset?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Turn that off. Can we go through this door? Nope. 420.
When Stanley... Wait, what?
Oh.
No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over.
Oh no.
Fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley.
I can't get on that.
Find the story.
Where do I want to go? I'll go this way first. Oh. It just makes me think of the back rooms. Oh no. There's just more doors. Are we in the back rooms? Did we end up in the back rooms? Oh no.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before.
Oh.
Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
No! Once again, my sister. Every single time. Somehow my sister always seems to know to text me when I'm streaming. I don't know how.
All his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Can't get up there.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Oh.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so.
We are
I
lost.
can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Woo!
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So,
We win!
good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to start. All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Any computers too? Nope. Oh. Follow the line. You're playing solitaire? Oh, won't let me play. Follow the line. Follow the yellow brick road.
You see?
Follow the yellow
knows
brick
where
road.
the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward,
I don't
Stanley,
know the
to
song.
destiny.
It's been so long.
Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there.
Yes, it
Well,
did.
I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now
Up the
is a
wall.
bit of music to lighten the mood. Wait, cut the music, go back and look at that fern.
But I already looked at it.
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
Will
Make
it?
sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay. That works.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No, no, no. Line, you do know we're looking for a Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Where we going?
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Okay.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Okay. We're in the back rooms again.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again.
The
Stanley,
line.
I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No
But I like
lines
the
in
line.
monitor rooms. Just don't
I like
acknowledge
the
it.
yellow brick
Should be
road.
Fine.
Don't take away my yellow brick road. You took it away. Fuck you. Oh.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control.
Yes.
How important we mustn't squander the opportunity.
Yes.
In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door
Time to get
lead
dizzy.
where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Oh. The confusion ending.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped?
Oh no.
Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle?
How could you?
Whatever it is that made
How
this
could you break the
schedule.
cycle?
How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay.
Okay, let's see.
I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you do...
Oh. Are we back to normal? Well, I don't have my bucket. We got balloons, but
all
no
his
bucket.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Where's the
Stanley
bucket?
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
There's the bucket.
Ah, the embrace of an old friend. A weathered companionship that stands the test of time.
Another input. Got my bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
How do you get the stickers on the bucket? That's what I want to know.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear
My
as day.
bucket.
This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend.
My bucket.
We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply
That you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
Fuck you.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
To be rich. Okay, yeah. Is there even a reason for this elevator? Bing bong. Bing bong. There's no point in the elevator. If there was, I don't know.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would, and he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Down we go.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Sorry.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth
Escape.
was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
We'll be okay,
The door
bucket.
behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
Down we go. I got my bucket.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their
It's okay,
demise,
bucket.
Stanley reflected on how meaningless
It's
the bucket's
okay.
warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere.
It's
Farewell,
okay,
Stanley.
bucket.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
Yay,
In a
we're
single
saved.
visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end as it was crushed violently to death.
We're saved.
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to behold.
All hail the bucket. Oh, my bucket's gone. The bucket.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this
Aw.
and to claim it for his own? Can you see
Bucket.
the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
All hail the bucket. All hail the bucket. Please, bucket, I just want you back. Wait, you're not my bucket. Inferno bucket, replica of Inferno bucket, which the medieval area. Oh, okay. What's up there? Ah, the Da Vinci sketch of a bucket. The stress bucket, an analogy. Oh, my stress bucket. The memories of bucket. Praise the bucket.
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
The hanging bucket. We got the bucket back.
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and
Oh.
I, that will right this terrible wrong.
And that is?
Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision. Sequels now. Shall we begin the game again? I kinda wanna see if, does this give us an achievement? That's a good question. Begin the game again. I was gonna let Bucket die. Bucket doesn't deserve to die like that.
Gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Bucket. There are no stickers. I don't know how you
The
get the
bucket
stickers
made
on it.
Stanley want to be a better man and a better co-worker.
Bucket.
In time, perhaps, he would become both of those things.
Get the bucket, we got the bucket, we got the bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Yeah, we know.
Still no one was here.
Nope.
Stanley needed the
Nobody.
bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever.
This way.
Perhaps his boss's
Broom
office
closet.
was where he'd find answers. Coming
Up
to
we
a
go.
staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Yay!
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of
We
hours,
got the 8
bucket's
achievement!
warmth and guiding light pierced the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would, and he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have... But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
Yep, sheer luck, yes.
All along?
Yes, that's what that was. Sheer luck.
Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Complete sheer luck. Down we go. Finally got the 8 achievement. Up we go. Come on, bucket.
Wait, Stanley said to the bucket. Can we go back up? When I was pressing those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3. I want to go back so I can try pressing the number 3 again. The bucket said nothing.
It's okay, bucket. Let's press 3.
Here we are, said Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button. He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolutely slamming on the number 3 over and over. Well, he said, the number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life. Stanley looked expectantly at the bucket, but the bucket remained silent. This was a shock to Stanley, who had always felt such a connection with the bucket. How was this not as exciting to the bucket as it was to him? Once Stanley had had enough of the number 3, he got back in the elevator.
Go down and back up.
Perhaps the bucket had missed something. Perhaps it had not seen how much joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly.
Maybe. Back up we go.
No, 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 said Stanley to the bucket. You can't go on yet. Not till you understand how much the number 3 means to me. You and I have been through so much together, and I just want you to see what I see. Feel the happiness I feel. He smiled at the bucket, and the bucket said nothing.
The bucket said nothing. Let's hit 3 again.
Here we go, said Stanley. This time I'll really show you. He ran to the number 3 and began to wail on it like a musician on a beloved instrument, weaving a concerto of truth and passion. He wielded the number 3 like a fine artist would wield a paintbrush. He told stories through the number 3, stories of his dreams and hopes and fears. And the whole time, he looked to his bucket for a reaction of some kind. Anything to let him know that the bucket appreciated what he was doing. The bucket conveyed absolutely nothing at all.
Only silence.
Crushed by a wave of dejection, Stanley returned to the elevator.
Okay, one more time. See if anything else changes. Down we
Stanley and
go.
the bucket were so close, they'd always been there for one another. Why suddenly could the bucket not connect with this passion of Stanley's? The question caused Stanley to ruminate the whole way down the elevator.
Down we go.
He knew that there must be a way to get through to the bucket, to communicate fully with his dear friend.
Woo.
Surely there was a solution, mustn't there be?
Pop. Up we go.
Stanley. I know what to do. I know how to fully express this
Oh.
feeling in my heart. He decided right then and there that he would hold a press conference where he would speak to the public on all matters relating to pressing the number 3 over and over. He would elaborate fully on what the number 3 meant to him and why he felt so alive when pressing it. Then the bucket would be able to see his joy through the eyes of others. It would get to see the world react to this discovery of
And I need a
Stanley.
drink of water.
And it would be through the public eye that the bucket would finally understand Stanley's work.
Yeah. Water. Oh? What do we do?
For months, he advertised and marketed his press conference, building excitement around it, developing and rehearsing it, until it couldn't be refined a single measure further. When the big day arrived, Stanley was as prepared as he'd ever been for anything in his life.
Threes.
This was it. One last chance to win the bucket over.
Let's win the bucket
opportunity
over.
to share a true connection with a loved one. There was no one here.
Aww.
Nobody had come to the press conference to hear Stanley speak, to
Aww.
listen to him talk about what it really means to press the number 3 on a keypad over and over. He was unloved, uninteresting, he was a failure. And in that moment, Stanley knew that the bucket would never again take him seriously.
Aww.
There would be no connection,
Oh no.
no deeper understanding.
Oh
The bucket merely
no.
sat there in his arms, indifferent. And so it began that slowly, over many years, the two of them grew more and more distant.
I'm
They
sad.
spoke less and less, neither wishing to state the obvious, that any sense of real respect between them had eroded since that day at the press conference. There would be no more games, no more
Aw.
long conversations about passion and pursuit, only a silence that consumed the space between friends. And Stanley, having for once in his life discovered the warmth and comfort of true companionship, was cast back into the
Oh, no.
unremarkable normalcy of loneliness.
Oh no. Poor Stanley. Also, I don't know if anyone noticed, but I got a haircut. I got a haircut. I was gonna wait until spring, but I
can't
was
wait to tell
I
this
was too
story to my
excited.
co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing? No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Are all of them just gonna say the same thing? The end is never the end, the end, never the end. Okay, yeah. Pop. Turn them all off. Honestly, I don't
Stanley
know.
came to a set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting.
I don't know what
and
ending
Stanley
we're
knew
at
it.
this point.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness,
Sure.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nah.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Let's see. Can I jump down there? That I know. Nope. Okay. Do I want to go all the way across, or do I want to jump down there?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really?
Ha!
In the middle of something, do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why?
Yes.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Descending, okay. Nope, I guess past this point.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
How about the blue? I like blue.
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly.
The blue!
Stanley walked... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was
Yes.
it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yes.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Is it Minecraft?
There we go. A
Nope.
third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Nope, can't get out. Okay. Where are we going?
Okay,
Oh.
I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from?
Come
How
on,
did
let me
I
do-
know the game needed a third door. Well,
You
it's
talk too
instinct
much.
Mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look. Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Wait, what? What? That's supposed to happen? What's going on? Am I just stuck in here? What? Is this a glitch? Was I not supposed to walk through that door again? The door is closed, so I can't go out this way. Narrator? Dude? Dude? I'm stuck. Oh. Oh.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Not everyone is so lucky to have a bucket, but Stanley is a very lucky fellow. Very lucky indeed.
Did you get pissed off at
Stanley
me?
pressed the bucket upon every little thing in the office. Nothing responded to the bucket's touch.
The
but it did
whiteboard,
little to
Andy.
discourage Stanley's belief in the magic of the bucket.
Dog. What is dog mode? What is dog mode? Oh, yes. Dog mode.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Can't get up there. Fine. Dog mode.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Oh, I like dog mode.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it?
Yes.
The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Nah.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours.
Bork,
Might
bork,
be fine
bork.
for that. And in such a competitive
Bork,
economy,
bork, bork.
why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think
I
he was
cannot believe we
crazy.
got dog
And
mode.
then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would come
Where'd my
from
bucket
this.
go?
Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket.
Give me back my bucket.
Now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. Now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Come here, bucket.
Stanley! Stanley, it's me! The bucket! Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were
Buckets.
his. None of them were his special bucket.
Give me my bucket.
Stanley, find me! He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The
His
real
own
bucket
mind.
was inside of him all along.
Give me my bucket.
It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
Woo.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work.
Security
But on this
bucket.
particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him.
We all need a bucket.
He realized he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself. My life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
Why? Why backflip? Okay, it's been like an hour, and like I said, this is a short stream. I have other things I need to get done today. Do not forget to like and subscribe. And I will see you guys on Monday. We'll actually be doing Animal Crossing on Monday. The stream schedule should come out sometime on Sunday, I want to say. But yeah, like, subscribe. We currently are trying to get to 1,000 subs by the end of this year. So let's see if we can make that happen. Bye-bye.